Alright, hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda here once again for some more Resident Evil 4 Remake. Back for the Hardcore S Plus walkthrough. Chapter 15 here. We just finished off Krauser in the last chapter, and we are moving on. I actually got some Magnum ammo here, which I just promptly discard because I won't be using the Magnum again. Very rare, honestly, to get it from random drops like that in that barrel, but managed to get one there. But yeah, just got rid of it. But yeah, in this chapter we have the segments with Mike as well as the battle segment prior to the temple, and then we got to go clear our parasites out. So I go ahead and sell back the Killer 7, and I sell Krauser's fighting knife. I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to use the Killer 7 anymore. I only use it for the Krauser fight. So I take that money and put it into my riot gun. Again, if you don't have the Killer 7 because you were, of course, using the rocket launcher, then just continue saving your money for the next rocket launcher. But I buy the heavy grenade recipe, I buy a bigger case, all kinds of stuff. If you don't have 2 heavy grenades, I do recommend buying the heavy grenade recipe and crafting 2 of them because they can be used for a very useful skip in this chapter. If you don't have the funds for that, like if you need to keep saving for the rocket launcher or anything like that, then don't buy them, and maybe you will already have them because you didn't use them at some point. But you want to have 2 heavy grenades for this chapter for a nice skip if you can. If you don't have them, it's not a huge deal. It'll just be a bit more difficult and annoying getting through this chapter. So I like to crouch right there until Mike comes through and lights up everyone. This guy somehow makes his way over to me, so I just parry and knock him down. Just basically wait for Mike to do pretty much all the work in these first 2 sections at the very least. So yeah, you kind of need to look at him and maybe walk out a bit to get him to say those lines there. But yeah, I like to walk out and loot the stuff that all those guys dropped, and then there's some crates in there that you can grab. And if you don't want to walk all around here because it is a little bit risky, you can just stay back where I was there, and then if anyone gets close, just fend them off yourself, and then otherwise let Mike kill pretty much everyone. But yeah, I basically just run around and loot everywhere right there, and I am checking now to see if I can craft that second heavy grenade. Not quite yet. This guy just gets instantly killed there. Of course, being at the top of a ladder in this game is extremely overpowered. If you want, you can just post up there at the top of the ladder and shoot anyone that comes up at you, but that will limit the amount of damage that Mike can do because you're behind the building and it's not really going to be a good place for him to get a shot. So after I loot, I will usually just go ahead and come back over to this area and chill out. That guy looked like he was fixing to throw a Molotov at me, so I went ahead and shot it out of his hand. But yeah, you pretty much don't have to shoot almost anyone here. You can just wait and Mike will light them all up for you. And what I was saying about the skip, it is very nice and a convenient skip, but we have plenty of spare time in this run, and if I or rather when I finish the run here, when I get through the last chapter, I end at about 4 hours 5 minutes or so, and you have 5.5 hours to do it. I was like waiting for Mike to do something. He simply was not doing anything, so I ended up getting grabbed there, which is just kind of annoying. But I started taking shots at these guys because they are, of course, a little bit too close for comfort. Mike being a bit useless this time around, unfortunately, but it is a little bit of RNG on how much he helps you. But I now have enough to craft that second heavy grenade. So whatever way you do it, buy the recipe, have them already. Just try and have 2 heavy grenades for the skip. And again, if you can't do it, then you'll have to just go around. Basically, you use these 2 heavy grenades to destroy the anti-aircraft gun without having to climb up to the turret and use it to shoot the gun. So you do that. If you don't have them, then just run as fast as you can up to that turret using... You probably want to kill most of the people on your way there, so leveraging obviously just the Red 9 and shotgun, the normal stuff. And also Mike will be not able to help you out during that because the anti-air gun is going, so you have to do it all yourself. But kill most of the guys on your way up there, and then just use the gun like you would to destroy the anti-air gun. But yeah, ideally, and the way I'm showing here is you will have a pair of heavy grenades to take it out. So we're coming up on that part right now. Although off to the left here there is a nice bit of loot, 2 barrels and a consistent green herb spawn. I actually get a heavy grenade from those barrels as well, so that would have been useful if I had known that was going to happen somehow. But yeah, you'll see here the anti-air gun comes out, and just make sure you aim it so that they get up there on the roof next to it. Throw one, throw another, and boom, it's gonzo, and you can just move on. So another one of those nice little skips you can do with additional grenades, like at the place where Ashley used the wrecking ball. And whenever that is done, there will be a rocket launcher guy up here that you want to take out. Mike actually goes ahead and deals with him there for me, so that was nice. But you can snipe him if he is not dead. And then that Plaga came up. There will be guys down here that you have to deal with on your way. There might be someone on that turret. If there is, obviously take them out. Me and that guy kind of traded shots. He hit me and I hit him. I go ahead and throw a grenade down there. We're basically just kind of killing things and waiting and trying to get through, and also waiting for Mike to blow open the door. Right here, I just shotgun that guy and that guy so I can just run past, because Mike will be blowing up the door soon. He also, I think, maybe does it faster if you're closer to the door, so you might want to try being closer to the door to get that to happen. These guys are mostly always just going to be rushing out, and they are kind of stuck in that animation, so they won't be attacking you for the most part. So you can just run by. If you're not as close to the door as I was when it was blown up, then you might want to use a flashbang in that scenario. But we go ahead and climb up here and shotgun the guy who was on the gun, and immediately just run and pull the first lever to get this segment started. And then I just chuck a flashbang over there, parry that guy who's shooting at me. But yeah, liberal use of flashbangs in this segment. You should have a decent amount of them, and if you don't, then of course you can buy large resources from the merchant. So you should be all right with flashbangs. Then we run around here, and then I am going to roll another flashbang out the door. I accidentally hit it on the doorstep there, but thankfully it still works. I'm looking around for where the cow guy is, because usually he jumps down from the other side, but he's not here yet. We open the other door. I quickly move out of the way of that dynamite, and then again we just chuck another flashbang. I accidentally killed that guy with the click there. I didn't mean to. Then I shoot this guy's dynamite out of his hand to clear the way a little bit there, and then jump down, and we're pretty much good to go. I am getting shot by the other turret, but we should be able to keep on the move and get away from it in time. I probably should have thrown another flashbang there towards the end, so don't be afraid to use an additional flashbang or two there if needed. I did take a little bit risky there, not using another one, but then we can just run out. So yeah. Pretty much, you kind of just want to avoid killing anyone there. There's a ton of guys there, and it would be a ton of ammo and time wasted doing that. And it's not too bad to get through. You're usually able to get to the first lever pretty uncontested, and then the second one, you just start whipping flashbangs like a madman and run for it. Here, unfortunately, we will lose our companion Mike, and there will be 4 Navistadors around that you will want to take out. This one just instantly slashes me, which these things are so annoying to kill or to deal with, but yeah, just take them out using the Red 9 mainly, or the shotgun if you want, if they get too close. And yeah, just assessing the inventory there. We still have quite a lot of healing items, as I've had for pretty much this whole run. You can obviously trade some healing items for, getting through areas quicker. You take some damage, but you get through faster is often a thing that can happen. You don't have to come down here if you don't need money, but I'm just showing this because if you need money, you can come down here, get this Staff of Royalty. I think that's 25k. It's not a very long detour, and you can just quickly grab that. Again, another thing that will potentially help you fund a rocket launcher. However, I know I mentioned it earlier that you shouldn't be spending the stuff that I did at the merchant. I forgot actually that the only boss we have left is, of course, Sadler, and you can just sell all your weapons pretty much, except maybe the Red 9. Probably just the riot gun or something like that would be enough to afford a rocket launcher, and then because you don't need him anymore after Sadler, and you can buy the rocket launcher and use it on him, as I've mentioned a few times during this run. But yeah, so you can buy whatever you want at the merchant there. Coming through this section, of course there are, I think, 3 bags that have regenerators in them. One of those 3 that was at the front do, and then there's 2 of them in the next area that do. You can grab a Splendid Bangle in there for an additional thing to sell, and then we can open up this here door, and Leon does a dramatic roll under it, even though it's very wide open. That bag just wiggled on the left of my screen there. That's the other one. That's one of the ones here that is alive, and if you bump into them, basically a regenerator will fall out. There's a Viper in that crate on the gurney, so make sure you double stab it if you want to pick it up, and I just use it for healing right away. And then you do want to smash that crate that was on the ground near that gurney, because that will be in your way when you're running back to get to the door here. And that bag that wiggled just above those crates I destroyed is the other one with the regenerator in it. So just don't bump into those bags and you're good to go. And running that route is usually fine, that I just did to get yourself through the door just before it closes there. And yeah, so that segment, pretty much free. Just don't spawn any of the regenerators and you have nothing to worry about. Here at the merchant, I just sell that, whatever it was, the Staff of Royalty that we got, repair my stuff, and then pretty much just, yeah, I thought I might have gone in and bought something. I have so much money, I'm just like, why not buy a first aid spray just to have it in case. And we're coming up on another pretty combat heavy segment, which is going to be a lot more running through. So buy any large resources you can get, craft as many flashbangs as you can, and run out here. There is a way you can skip this whole section by getting yourself like damage boosted through the turret laser, and you don't have to run around and move it. But I haven't really been able to do that consistently. It's a little bit more difficult than the one in chapter 13 where you use the guy, the bull brute guy, to actually tank the turret for you. It's more difficult than that here, in my opinion, and also might be something that will be patched, as opposed to the brute guy, who is definitely just the way the game is supposed to work as far as I understand it. And I didn't even notice this while I was playing. Did my Red 9 glitch out there, or was those just arrows from the guy shooting me? If you didn't know, you can shoot those guys things on their wrist to destroy them so they stop shooting. I took a ton of damage because I missed so many times, so try to hit that if you are going for that shot, or you can flashbang or try and shotgun him. Of course, shotgun this guy who has the rocket launcher. I get hit in the back by an Invistor, which is annoying. I usually kill him just to be safe in case he tries to shotgun or shoot me again. Of course, something I missed in the commentary, because I am going quite fast here, is when you run in through that bottom door that I did, I will throw a flashbang and use that to get up the stairs and then across to where I shotgunned the rocket launcher guy. Shotgun the guy who's in the way there, who turns into a Plaga, and then flashbang your way out. I was ready to parry that guy if I needed, but wasn't required. Throw one more flashbang and then jump over the railing here, and you're in the clear. So yeah, that's how I run through that section without getting hit too much. Although I did get completely lit up by that brute at the beginning because I potatoed my shots, and I get snagged by that Novistador there as well. But yeah, pretty messy on my behalf. You can definitely do that a lot cleaner, but that general strategy should work perfectly fine. You just go right away up the side. Make sure you shoot the camouflage Novistador at the beginning. Get in the little house, kill the Novistadors there, and then run up, go through the door, throw a flashbang, up the stairs, across the walkway, kill the rocket launcher guy, across the walkway through that other building, and then turn the turret after shotgunning the guy in front, flashbang to get past the brute, or you can maybe just run past him, honestly, and then run through the next, that walkway upper level again, jump, throw a flashbang over the railing, jump over, and run to safety. So yeah, that is a quick summary, a TLDR of what went down there. So yeah, like these sections are rather fast paced, so it's kind of hard to fit in all my thoughts and tips in those, in the moment. But when we have segments like this going on, of course, you just run up straight to Ashley, pick her up, and then you got to go through this moment, this little segment here where you're stumbling along carrying her. It's just part of it. You can't, as far as I know, there's nothing you can do to skip this. You can skip this cutscene here to speed things up a bit, but you do have a pretty long way to walk rather slowly while you're carrying Ashley, so just go ahead and do this. But yeah, as far as I know, no way to speed this up. And then once we get there, put Ashley down to get her Plaga removed. That is the end of the chapter. So yeah, not too difficult of a chapter, honestly, because of the fact that we have so many flashbangs at our disposal now. Just because you should be getting a decent amount of large resources every now and then, and also you can buy at least one from like every new merchant, almost at least one large resources. And yeah, flashbangs are just super strong for running through areas quickly, so be sure to utilize them and you should be all set. So here we are. Of course, you need to use Lewis's key to get through the door here, so make sure you're not trying to skip a cutscene or anything. This is actually something you have to actually do yourself, and then run over and put Ashley down in the chair, and that is the end of the chapter. And then all we have left now is to basically run back, kill like 1 or 2 Navistadors, and then we have the Sadler boss fight for chapter 16 and the escape sequence. So that'll be coming up in the next video. Hope this helped you guys out. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. A little under 15 minutes for that chapter, and I'll see you in the next one.